Okay, next we're going to show you how to import a plot plan into Planner. Now from our Startup menu, we're going to select the last option, which is Scale Plot Plan. I'll click OK. Now it wants me to browse to the file that I'm going to import into the program. So I'll click Browse. Now the file that I'm looking for here is Plan Scan T1. Now if you're on Windows Vista, Windows 7, or Windows 8, that's going to be located in C, Users, Public Documents, Graphics, Pro Landscape, Samples, and Bitmaps. If you're on Windows XP, that would be simply Program Files, Graphics, Pro Landscape, Samples, Bitmaps. Okay, now you'll also see here at the bottom it says Files of Type, and this will show us the different file types that we can open with this plot plan scaling wizard. You'll see there's file types such as a BMP or a bitmap file, a JPEG, a PNG, and a PDF document. Now if we're importing a PDF document saved directly from a CAD program, we have a better way of importing that shown in a later video. Okay, I'll click Open here. I'll get a preview. I'll go ahead and click on Next. It wants me to enter the approximate height and width of the lot here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in 200 by 200 and click Next. Okay, here I can choose either landscape or portrait view. I'll click Next. Now after I click on the Finish button here, this is the most important step where we're going to calibrate the drawing from a known measurement. So I'll click Finish here. Alright, now very carefully I'm going to take my cursor down to this lower property line without clicking on anything quite yet. You'll see here that I have 150 feet along this lower property line. I'm going to use that measurement to calibrate the entire drawing. So we're going to come in and I'm carefully going to click on the lower property line here, and then I'm going to stretch a line over to the opposite corner of the property here. Okay, now it asks me what that distance represents when I clicked on that point. I'm going to put in there that it's 150 feet and click OK. Okay, so now that's calibrated my drawing. So let's go ahead and zoom in on that a little bit. Now you'll see that it's pretty close to 150 feet if we count the number of blocks there. But let's go ahead and go up to our Inquire menu and select Distance. Okay, I'm going to come in here and click on the first point of that property line and move my cursor over to the far corner, and we'll click there. And it tells me that I'm just off by about 2.5 inches there, which is not too bad. If I wanted to go back in and recalibrate it, we could do that also. Okay, so now when I drag plants over and I place property lines and foundation walls, everything should come in at scale. Now when we bring a plot plan in, what we're going to do is we're going to use the plot plan here as our drawing template, and then we're going to get rid of the underlying image file, so that what we have is a nice clean drawing. I'll go ahead and demonstrate that here in a moment, but first I'm going to come in and I'll use my property line tool, and I'm just going to hit the corners of this property line like that, and then I'll right click. Okay, now let's go ahead and double click on that property line, and I'm going to that's the edit vertex mode that we're in there. I'm going to hold down on the Control key and click on this point here, and I'm going to arc that line in like so, and I'll do the same with this side over here. Just create an arc there, and then I'll right click away from it like so. Okay, so now I have that property line traced. So whenever I import this plot plan, since I'm using this as my template, I'm just tracing it out just like I had it on etching paper, and we're going to delete out the plot plan now. I'll go to the Draw menu, and we'll go down to Plot Plan and delete Plot Plan, and it's deleted out that image file. So now I can